Okay, this is our story, and we have to thank Denelle. She wrote this, so she's very talented. And back, I don't remember, somebody got married, and we started putting together our own little personal musicals. So that's kind of what we do. So we put together one for mom and dad that tells their story.
There once was a boy from the county of 1T. From milking cows and herding sheep, he was mighty. He worked hard and shoveled manure. His name, Ralph Denessier. He had fairly tall build and a good strong jaw, one he'd inherited from his good old ma. After his mission to Utah, he went. Working as a security guard, among other things, was the time he spent. Going on dates and working away, little did he know ahead what lay. A woman with lure was in the apartment next door. 16, and he thought she looked easy on the eyes. He was hooked. Cheryl Jean Henderson was her name. Flirtation was her game. She was the oldest of 7. So being on her own was a taste of heaven. Not knowing that someday lots of kids would fill her cup, she said yes when Dennis knocked on her door when his date stood him up. She knew that after the date she couldn't marry him because what if the daughter she had inherited his chin? However, on the date, she just kept going, her pleasure for him quickly growing. On his 24th birthday, they stood on a hill. 24 kisses she gave him as he stood still. From then on, he knew from him she would never get away, especially with those sexy legs that he caught a glimpse of one day.
Not true.
After dating and seeing each other for 3 weeks, it was time for Dennis to go home and herd sheep near the peaks. And because things had been going so well, so fast, he took her to the temple square and asked her to marry him at last. So in Idaho Falls Temple, they did marry. And after 6 months of skiing and playing, they got pregnant with Terry. The first of 8 kids Terry was. Why was this not so great? Because, though being the first may sometimes be fun, the first ended up in charge of 7 kids, not just one. 7 kids to boss around, 7 kids that don't hear a sound. Shauna was second of 8. When she grew up, oh, how she loved to date. She'd watch through the window for a car to drive by. If someone she knew, down the stairs and out the door she'd fly. It drove Mom crazy with a shake of her head, wishing Shauna could do something like math instead. But Shauna, with her years so few, felt she had a lot of living to do.
Boys, just right for some kissing, and I mean to kiss me a few. All those boys, you know what they're missing. There's such a lot of living to do.
Mom and Dad started teaching school with 2 girls in their kid pool. They thought now would be a good time for change. When Mom got pregnant, Dad hoped for a slight rearrange.
This dream, I have a wonderful dream for a boy, for I know that he'd bring me such joy, and he'd play every sport just right. Each night, I have this wonderful dream for a boy. Something, a lot.
A pity I'm only a girl.
Jeni ended up being the 3rd instead of a boy. And though she was a girl, she did bring much joy. She grew up as a 3rd child would. Her sister's footsteps she did follow. Oh, sorry, wrong page. Learning that as she got older, that she was slightly different, and in other activities, she did wallow. Shauna was a cheerleader. Jeni liked sports. She also had a large range of cohorts. After graduating, she went to college, a mission, and had fun. Dating guys she thought could be the one, but Nikki graduated and married before her, making Jen a little rattled for sure. Nikki may have been cute and little. To Jen, she seemed a little brittle. Oh well, that was okay. Just one younger sibling, right? She had a few years before the others might.
Why would a fellow want a girl like her, a brilliant, fluffy beauty? Why would a fellow never once prefer a funny girl like me? She's a frothy little bubble with a frilly kind of charm and with very little trouble. I could break her little arm. Oh, why would a fellow ever once prefer a girl who's me so unusual? Why can't a fellow ever once prefer a usual girl like me? Oh, why can't a fellow like my brother decide to wed before me? Why would a fellow like my brother choose a girl like me? Oh, you two better leave in trouble if you follow in their way. I'll be on you on the double if you make the same mistake. Oh, why would a fellow want the girls like these? Oh, girls who merely be lovely. Why can't a fellow ever once prefer a girl who's merely me? Because when I graduated, he was in the 6th grade.
Mom and Dad were okay when Nikki came. Jeni had a friend, a girl with interests the same. Nikki felt that she could do anything else anyone else could when she was little, showing symptoms of a syndrome we call being the middle. That life only lasted about a year or three. And then Mom and Dad had a boy, hearts full of glee. Reichel was here. The world let out a cheer. He was the boy they'd been waiting for. He could do anything, be anything. Nikki? Forgotten for sure.
Anything he can do, I can do better. I can do anything better than him.
No, you can't.
Yes, I can.
No, you can't.
Yes, I can.
No, you can't.
Yes, I can. Yes, I can. Any sport he can play, I can play better. I can play any sport better than him.
No, you can't.
Yes, I can.
No, you can't.
Yes, I can.
No, you can't.
Yes, I can.
I can dribble a ball anywhere at all.
I can do it faster, just like an old master.
I can shoot any hoop.
Give it a whirl.
You bet.
So can a girl.
Okay. Reichel, the only boy out of 8, found life wasn't always so great.
Lonely, I'm Mr. Lonely. I have no brother to call my own.
A year after Reichel was born, Mom had Tiffany. She could never sit still, as active as a child could be. Since an age she and Reichel were close, she'd play with him and his friends, a gang of bros. Everything he did, she did just as quick, learning that she was quite athletic. Losing was something she did not like, a competitive spirit, especially with Reich. When other teams' crowds are yelling and acting so rude, she was known for a gesture from her competitive mood.
Don't let them win, don't let them score. Be the winner, don't wanna lose no more. It makes me mad, don't let it show. Because they'll know.
Let it go. Let it go.
Can't hold it back anymore.
Let it go. Let it go.
Don't wanna run the floor no more. I don't care what the scoreboard says. I do my best, I know. The crowd doesn't bother me anyways.
After Tiff, Deidre was born. 3 kids, all a year apart. Poor Mom was worn. However, fairly easy Deidre was. Her imagination was the cause. She could play all day by herself, playing pretend with a wolf, a sprite, and with an elf. To get her to talk to you, you could try. Words from her were few and far between. She was so shy.
She's always been
Shy! Shy!
because she has a big air. She has to really prepare because she's
Shy! And I'm pretty sure, way down deep I'm demure. At the bottom I hope.
Last but not least came Denelle. She's the end of the family's tale. Everyone talked about how spoiled Reichel was. But Denelle never cared. Her life had no flaws. Mom would call Denelle her baby, letting her crawl all over her lap and bounce on Dad's knee. Tormented and teased she was all the time. She'd be rich if for every tease she had a dime. But really, in her heart, she didn't care, 'cause being last was pretty darn fair.
I feel special, oh so special. I can do anything that I wish. And I know it's 'cause my parents are just plain tired of it. I feel special, oh so special. I feel special and wonderful and great. And I pity any child who's not the youngest of 8.
And that's how this family came about. True American kids who scream and shout. But thanks to the love of their mom and dad, things haven't turned out so half as bad.